In peace, or you will rest in peace. From north, south, west, and east, your man will promote peace. Live your life in war, and you will die in war. The battles and the scar, we see their plan from far. You will order, your man have across them border. We don't know what the leaders order. What I see is total disaster. Leaders crazy, them not care about the newborn baby. And if not about now, maybe. Watch this. I feel your man, you my cry. People are live and people are die. Legalize cannabis, crime to high. True man give praises to the most high. Now it's the water till the world don't try. System of my against Rastafari. Tell you the truth, you know that bonify. I'm on now, come tell no lie. Some are in power, some are in my side. Ask them how, when, where, and why. Who is to blame for the innocent die? When another mother farm, no, don't try. System designed to go kill I and I. System designed to go kill I and I. True man don't shine. Hey, watch this. You're an order. True man have across them border. We don't know what the leaders order. What I see is total disaster. Leaders crazy. Them not care about the newborn baby. And if not about now, maybe. Watch this. That's one more place that you want to see. Human promote it instantly. All the body mic him the boss and say, style up and down, it come from where? We are talking about the history. We are talking about we feel as a feeling. We are talking about we artillery. Lyrical artillery. Live your life in peace, or you will rest in peace. From north, south, west, and east, true man will promote peace. Live your life in war, and you will die in war. The battles and the scar, we see their blood from far. You're an order, true man have across them border. We don't know what the leaders order. What I see is total disaster. Leaders crazy, them not care about the newborn baby. And if not about now, maybe. Watch this. I feel your pain, you hear my cry. People are live and people are die. Legalize cannabis, crime to high. True man give praises to the most high. Now miss the water till the well ground try. System of against Rastafari. Tell you the truth, we know that bonify. I'm on now, come tell no lie. Some are in farmer, some are in my spy. Ask them how, when, where, and why. Who is to blame when the innocent die? When another mother stand no long cry. System designed to go kill I and I. System designed to go kill I and I. True man don't shine. Hey, watch this. You're an order. True man have across them border. We don't know what the leaders order. What I see is total disaster. Leaders crazy. Them not care about the newborn baby. And if not about now, maybe. Watch this. That's one more place that you want to see. True man promote it instantly. All the money might come on the boss and say, style up and down, it come from where? We are talking about the history. We are talking about we feel as a feeling. We are talking about we artillery. Lyrical artillery.
Yeah, man, it is I, because I'm Davis, you know. I mean, I said the time is now. We got to rise and shine, you know, people, because now this is a Bobby Wrong. I try to take this thing too far.
Rise and shine.
So we have to big up all of the man them called the Truths and Rights show, live and direct on YouTube. You know, so them uplifting the people, them truths and right and progress, and teaching the youth them positiveness. So kick it off, Yannick. I don't know, say righteousness. Again. Yeah, man, it's I again, you know, because I'm Davis, and I say youths and youths don't to give up in this time, you know. As a matter of fact, no time. Because we say the motivation morning show, you know, the true man show, live and direct, you know, on YouTube. Check it out, Yannick. Lord of His mercy, I'm telling you so to give up in this time. Yeah. God does, He can't give up. I know it's true. He You got to hold your head, Lord. Hey youth, now give up on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. You got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in on no time. You know the sister about me said them keep on trying. Most time could I never deny. Well, mama say cause you got to work hard with a clean hands and pure heart. You get to be wild. No follow no one, don't you be no fraud. Put your trust in the most high Jah. I know my foundations of the roof, so I have to always be the truth. No for the ground, them can't come for loot. Now give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. Got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Daughter, now give in on no time. My brothers is about me, said them keep on trying. Most I could I never deny it. Now say them run the place, but them in the slowly. Them on the top, but them in the bottom on the feet. Sneaking on the grass and me catch enough a weeper. This get a use make me griever. Papa say cause I'm know you can do. Organize and centralize the people no counterfeit. Daddy don't do Africa that Asian reason. Home sweet don't make me please. I know my foundations of the roof, so I have to speak the truth. Don't fall down and can't come pollute. I man got to stand never lose. Salute, now give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. Now got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in on no time. Real warriors is above me, so them keep on trying. Most time, don't you ever deny. No more. Fire burn them Billy Gaga, son of the morning. They lose them wise enough, king that could just them chanting. I tell you there is no need to bargain. Hey, youths, not give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. You got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Daughter, not give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. Most time, don't you ever deny it. Oh, yes, I'm representing for Yanni. It's the motivational show. I tell you, man, righteousness we come for do it. Yeah. Hey, you, not give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. You got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Daughter, not give in on no time. You know it is about me, say them keep on trying. Outside, could I never deny it. Hey, time to give it up. Keep on working smart. I tell you, Yanni, cause I'm representing. I know, say, I'm positive and every time, you not give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. Not to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Not give in on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. Most time, don't you deny. Oh. I tell righteousness over evil every time. Yeah, man, this is cause.
Okay. I think the tablet just died. Yeah, I think it just died on me. I forgot to plug it in. No big deal. Time for RiseNShine. Janik, your host. I'm back alive and direct, tubing in, officially tubing in. With Kelowna, my best friend. That's what I was telling you. I got a friend now. Haha. I got one friend. And one of my best friends. And she's such a... I love her so much. She's great. She's great. She has a great vibe. She doesn't bark. Like, she's not loud. She doesn't make her... she's not a pain in the ears. Like, she's really good, and she doesn't bark. She doesn't... like, she's good so far. So we have a good bond, and we're going to make that bond grow, and she's going to grow, and she's going to... Yeah, she's going to be a very good girl growing up, I'm sure. Big up, Kelowna. Large up, Kelowna. Large up, Kelowna. Yeah. Motivation Academy Squad Dog. There's always lessons to learn from the negative things. And that's, you know, and that's, again, I don't think it's really evitable. I don't think you can evitate the negative stuff. It's gonna come in your life if you don't hold the positive state of mind all the time. So certainly negative stuff, and especially if you don't activate that conscience, and the negative stuff will come. And sometimes we don't even know, because also all the negative stuff, mostly that I talk about, is stuff we don't even know that we're doing. We've been trained, conditioned to accept that it was good, to do these negative things and all the evil stuff, that I talk all the time about. So we've been conditioned to accept this as normal, to do evil rituals and all their rituals are very, very evil. They're like freaking vampirism, if you ask me. It's vampirism. It's cannibalism. Not cannibalism, but anyway. We're it's like we're parasites here more than saviors, more than earth guardians. We're acting more as parasites of the earth, eating everything and really being unconscious. So it's up to you and me to bring back the consciousness into the forefront, being conscious of what we do, what we say, and yeah, for sure. That's a must. It starts there. It starts there with start to think and start to be conscious, and then all kinds of stuff will. The rest will come. And once you start to think, the question will pop up. All the stuff that you need to elevate will come. You don't have to stress out. Life shouldn't be something we should stress about. Like I don't stress out. Even with this, I don't stress out. I just do my thing, and and I'm not here to impress anyone or to make sure I get subscribers or views, or no. If you like always in the spirit of chasing things, it's not very good. Like catch it. It's here and now. It's here and now. We have to catch our dream. We have to everything is in the here and now. So we gotta just do it. Use what you have at your disposition now and do what's necessary. But often we don't do what's necessary. We do what's easy. It's easier to do what's easy than what's necessary to elevate, to work on our dreams, for keeping that dream alive. For keeping that dream alive also. And it's very important that to let go of negative, for sure, to keep the dream alive, because the reason why you're not part of the dream of life, maybe, or working on that magnificent dream, is just because you've been conditioned not to. Conditioned not to, just like me. I never really saw a dream possible. I never really saw that I was a creator. Like, you don't see yourself like this. You have today I have a very different vision of myself. Much more, I feel much more powerful. And again, the power is the power of love. More love. It's just all I need. The only power I need is the power of love. And once I tap into this fully, that's awesome. That's an awesome vibe, and that's the kind of vibe I want to focus on, and the good vibe, the good stuff, not the negative things. I've learned lesson from them. And usually when you have negative things or negative experience happening, you should learn, live and learn. I don't think there's so much bad days, or it's character building day. It's what we're having when we're having something that is maybe outside of our comfort daily routine. Sometime when something, and you never know what can happen, all kinds of stuff. Life is very unpredictable. And that's why we got to keep that unpredictability alive. That's good too. That's good too. If you're always in the future anticipating or having anxiety about what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after, you don't live in the present. So it's very important to live in the moment, be in the moment, live in the moment, part of the moment. That's all there is really to exploit. It's the moment. But the moment, for some time, for many of us, can't even grasp that moment, that and all the joy. That's what we should really focus on, is all the joy. The more we can here. That's a one-time deal experience. Have to condition yourself to reach to that point. Like, for sure, it's something you have to work on, but it's worth it. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly until you get it right. That's what I tell myself. So anything I have to do, but I've been like that pretty much in everything too. I'm conditioned this way. I've conditioned myself for. I've been preparing for that. I think I've been preparing for that. Honestly, I look at it, all the stuff, all the experience that I've had in my life, the negative and the good ones, have been preparing me for this, for the big show. You always prepare for the big show. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm preparing you for sure. And I know it's gonna happen. I have trust. I trust myself. And that's what I have today, is an enormous amount of trust in myself, and only that I know I can carry on the duty to shine, because the duty is to shine. The duty is not to sit and do nothing with our lives. It's to shine all the light that we have to offer, all the love, all the light, all the good stuff, all the positive stuff that you can let into this world. Do it. It's if it makes someone else's life better, or you make someone else feel better, job accomplished, job done. It's not so much about saving the world, but we can all inspire each other, and by saving yourself, you'll inspire other people to do things also, to save their presence. When I say save yourself, it's mostly save your presence in the now, to make sure that you're not taken out. When you save yourself, you save your soul from you escape from the evil vibration. That's what it is to save yourself, to me. Your salvation, and must work on the legacy. Very important to work on the legacy. Leave something behind. You don't want to be like a leaf in the wind. When I leave this realm, people will remember me as a guy. I'm sure you will remember me as a guy that lived through his passion and lift his voice for the truth. That's what you're going to remember about me. A guy that lived with passion and lift his voice for the truth, and all the good stuff that yeah, and that's what I want. I want to be, for sure, it's the goal is not to be like a leaf in, if I come here, it's to leave an impact. No, you want to leave an impact on earth before you leave this realm. So it's very important to work on it, to work on the stuff that you have to do. I'm sure you have a magnificent dream somewhere. If it's not in the forefront of your mind and working on it every day, it's there, it's inside. You have a passion, something you really love in life. I can't tell you what it is. It's up to you to find it. But if you don't know, just practice something. Practice something you love. And maybe something will come and meet you according to the action you take. For sure, it's a lot with the actions that we take. The more action you take, the more reaction you're going to have, from the world. So it's very important. This world wants us to win. So it's important to be connected also. And the connection is with the moment. The connection is very much with the moment, because, if I'm not here, present, alive, and vibrant, it's hard to create. It's even hard to motivate yourself. It's even hard to motivate yourself to stay alive. Sometimes just that. Me, I think motivation is a must. It's a motive for action. It's something we must have in our life. If you have no motivation, what can you do? What are you gonna do? Probably gonna default, but if you have motivation, a motive for action, and something to move you forward, because there, no matter what age you are, 80 or 18, you're gonna need something to drive you forward. So in life, that's what it is, to stay alive, because you don't feel alive when you're on pause, when you're on low vibration, when there's no vitality. You don't feel alive. You don't feel like part of life. Yeah, this world can take you out for sure if you're not guardian of your, especially the subconscious, because that's what's attacked. It's the subconscious and the program. That's where it is. It's in our subconscious. It's in our brain. It's there. We all been facing it, pretty much the evilest stuff in Babylon, but some don't know it because they been trained to conditioned to think it was okay. So that's why I don't blame anyone. I don't come here blaming anyone. People don't know. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Most people don't even know what they're doing. Most people have no clue about reality, have no clue. They don't know. They're complete robots. That's what I see people like today. It's very robotic. It's very, we're conditioned. We're really conditioned to think and to act. Because if you're conditioned to think, they're going to control what you do. That's all they have to control, is what we think. Because everything you're thinking control your reality. It will create your reality. So if you think what they want you to think, you're going to create a reality according to what they have in mind for you, not what you have in mind for yourself. So we all have the ability also to create something. It's not because you're not capable. Maybe you need to focus, concentrate a bit more, let go of distraction, and you're going to see that your time is meant to be used with something that matters, not distraction and dumb shit that you don't need in your life in order to progress. We all need to progress and advance and expand, and that's a need for me. I don't want to. I want to grow. You grow. You continually grow into that process of expanding your awareness. Because it's the awareness that expands. I don't think consciousness really can expand. You're conscious or you're not. You think or you don't. So it's very. It's your awareness will expand for sure. It will expand into something that is magnificent. That is magnificent. So if your awareness is magnificent, the dream should be magnificent, which you manifest. But you gotta work on something. Gotta work on it, and it becomes it's not a grind. It's not a grind. If you do something that you love, I'm telling you, it's not a grind. I don't come here in the spirit of grinding each and every day. I do this because it's an habit now, and the habit can serve you a lot. Habit can, that's how you're going to become a high performer, is having good habits. You become a high performer if you have good habits in your life. If you have a destructive habits, it's going to take you out. So implement good habits, momentum. That's all it is. Really, it's not so much about having the old plan totally defined to you. No, it's about taking action and discovering yourself. Also discovering, that's the fun part, is every time you do something that you thought you weren't capable of doing or was the end of the world to probably do, and you do it, you feel much better. I feel much better now. I feel more free because I see myself for who I am. So that's a true reflection of me there and what I say. So I'm not worried about what bad minds people have to say about me, or the reason why I do things. Or I find a great reason to elevate my vibration, and that's enough for me. I don't have to justify. I don't feel the need to explain myself or to justify or to. I live my life the way I want, and I say what I have to say, and I don't hold back anymore. People sometimes might not really like it, but for sure, that's why I'm telling you, if you start going out the programming or out of the conditioning and start to think for yourself, often there's bad minds around that don't really. But never mind the bad minds. Me, I don't focus on that. I focus on the people that have good hearts and good intention and good vibration, and with together we can achieve something magnificent. Because once I raise my vibe, you raise your vibe, we all raise our vibe, we can affect so many people. And it is happening. It is happening sometime without you even knowing. Look, if you go on YouTube and you put your stuff out and you start talking to the world and telling your story, your authentic, genuine story, because you have one too. It's not only their story, it's your story. You must write one. You must write your own story. That's what we don't do also. We live a whole life here without never writing a story or leaving a legacy behind or leaving something for people to remember. I want people to remember for sure. I'm never gonna be like, hey, whoa. I was conditioned to be like that, like a leaf in the wind, and that's pretty much what we accept is to default, the default state, and you're pushed like a leaf in the wind pretty much in everything that you do. And you don't really have control over your thinking, but you don't know. And the worst is we don't know. The worst is I didn't even know. Like, so profound. That's why the people don't see it, and this world will probably take a long time before they start really activating the universal conscience or something. It's probably already activated, but our connection is broken. It's our connection that's broken, and we break our connection ourselves. You impact me, everyday thing, Jenny. It's a daily thing. Yeah. Yes, you see, lot it is. Oh, anyway, okay. Like you say, recreate ourselves or fall subject to conditioning. It is not rocket science, exactly. It is not rocket science. It's either we take action to design our life, and it's never too late. Sometimes we feel like we get to 40 years old or something like that, it's too late, or it's going to take too much work, or it's going to cause chaos in our life to live our dreams. Or you don't need to freak out. You just do something. Just purge your distraction. Still do your day job, what you have to do, but purge your distraction. It's just because you're distracted. And then you come home at night, and what it is to put 3-4 hours in your dream. If you're passionate about it, it's going to be nothing. You're probably going to do a lot more. You're probably going to be on it from 7 to 3 in the morning, sleep 4 hours, go to work, come back, and that's how you make it happen. I'm not telling you 4 hours of sleep is the absolute medicine, the good thing for you, but that's what's going to happen. If you're passionate about something, you're just going to do it and do it and do it until it becomes reality. And that's what you have the potential to bring anything to reality. If you put your mind to it, if you focus, if you concentrate, if you have no distraction, if you limit the distraction. We all like to be entertained a little bit and distracted. Like even me today, sometimes I'm distracted. Either it's because and the distraction is not only opening the TV. It could be anything. Distraction, anything that keeps you off track. But me, I'm trying to work on this and really align with the no distraction. And this way I can, for sure, when I have a lot more time on my hand, if I'm not distracted, if I don't energize other stuff than my dream, than my goals and stuff, I energize a lot what I have in mind for the future, for sure, because I can see the future. You can access the future from the now too. Time travel is not impossible. You can access it right there with your imagination. See yourself there before you make it. And now you're going to design a journey that you reach that point, that you reach what you see. And then there's going to be something else. Something else. You always keep yourself with greater goals. The reason why some people sometimes end up on pause, it's because they attain their goals, and then they think that this is it. But it's not it. It's always greater goals, and always, but start little. But you got to decide to decide. You got to start somewhere, and that comes with decision. Taking a decision to take your life to another level and just quit the stuff that quit our addictions. No, it's quitting our addictions. We're letting go of addiction because we're addicted to nonsense, addicted to TVs, addicted to bad food, addicted to all kinds of stuff. So you start letting go of addiction, and you find a much greater vibration outside of stuff that doesn't support you, because anything that doesn't support your journey to greatness should be discarded. I don't energize stuff that doesn't support me, that doesn't support a great vibe. And again, like I say, I even like toxic people, or I don't give energy to this. Like I say all the time, I prefer also, it's a very noisy world. Lots of noise. So very important to minimize the noise. Also for concentration, it's important. And the noise can come in distraction and toxic people. Minimize that. And it's very important to protect our vibe. Protecting our vibe is a must, because that's what's at stake here. It's they don't come at your door to control you. No, it's our vibration that's low. It's our ways. Our ways needs to change for sure. There's so much suffering in this place. So much people suffering. It's crazy. Sometimes I see stuff and it's like, and again, we can all do something. It's not because we have to start caring again, caring for each other, caring and sharing good vibration with each other, and sharing inspiration. And yeah, that can help a lot of people. Just your story can be very, very, and then big inspiration for many people. You don't need to, but you need to have experience. If you want to build a great story and a great life, you need to have experience. If you always stay within the uncomfortable, numbly state, there's nothing happening there. So you got to stretch. You have to motivate yourself to stretch also, because just sometime I need to motivate myself to do dishes. I need motivation to do dishes. So I need motivation for sure to catch my dream wherever it is in the now. For sure, motivation for me is and that's what I need each and every day, especially in pain. And pain, come on. So you need a motive for action. I have it, pain, all this, and then you mix that, and you start discarding all the negativity, and you learn lesson from it. There's lesson to learn from them negative things for sure. And if you don't learn them, it's like you're a fool. If you don't learn lessons from your mistake, from your negative things that happen to you in your life, come on. But there's so many fools also. There's lots of fools, but we've been taken for fool. We've been taken for. But again, it's awareness. There's a must, because people don't know that they don't know that they don't know. So can you really blame them? Can you? We're just a bunch of robots going along with the program, and conditioned to think, and conditioned to live a certain way, and to eat certain stuff, and talk certain words, and everything. Just like the language, you take the English language, for example. You don't use even 2% of the words you could use. So there's a lot of power in words. And if you find greater words, you'll have a greater, for sure, vision on your life. Like, the words are important, as long as as much as they're part of the program, and they're very empowering sometimes. That's what I use every day to. Some need motivation to get out of bed, man. That's true. Motivation's a must. Anyway, it's a must that in my life I get up each and every day motivated, and start the day early, start to win the day early. You win early, you win the day, for sure. And each and every day I tell myself I'm starting early. But the motivation is there. The motivation is there for me. It's activated. The drives are activated for caring, sharing, connecting. All this is activated. So I think it's just also an activation of your drives inside that needs to be activated, because if not, you're going to stay on pause and the motivation won't be there. It won't be there for sure. If the drives, if you're not driven, like you got to be driven. Yeah, driven by greatness, driven by something that makes you feel alive. And that's what we all need to feel more alive, to have a greater experience here. Like that's what I want to really get in touch with all the magnificent being that I am. I know I'm magnificent. I know I have magnificent stuff to offer, magnificent vibe, but I gotta reach it. I gotta reach it. It's there. You know it. It's like we pretend not to know, but we just avoid. We don't accept things. We avoid. We're a lot in avoidance. Avoidance because it's too much work, or we don't know. We don't know also, and the avoidance is a conditioning also. We've been conditioned to avoid. Conditioned to avoid. They're literally who we are, what we came to do here, and oh yeah, 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 and just default follow the herd, like follow the herd. That's pretty much what we all do. We follow the herd, and we're afraid to like, we like to fit in. We love to fit in. Me, I've never really had desires to fit in. It's not something today that I had the desire a bit at the beginning. Like today, maybe for the last year, maybe. Since the last year, or maybe a bit more, I've really taken a different approach with life. Like I'm maturing. Also, the guy you see here at the now is not the same that you're gonna see at 50 or in 10 years from now. You're still gonna see me if they keep me alive. For sure, I'm here. There's work to do, and this work, once you embark on a journey like this of living your dream of doing something for a greater cause than you. There's also a very high power out there that comes and help you, that comes and inspire you, and you don't feel tired. Like I slept maybe 4 hours last night, and I'm here, vital and alive, because she kept me up, and Kim was sick too in the bed and woke me up, and so yeah. But yeah, so sometimes it's but it's not something that I do this effortlessly. I could do it not sleeping. I could do it anytime. It's me. It's me. It's my true me. It's my real me. It's my I'm not fake. I'm not, and I just say what I have on my heart. I don't. I have a book, but I just been writing in it all kinds of. Mostly what I've been doing is making little barbeaux here en haut là, depuis tout à l'heure. Je fais des petits barbeaux en haut, mais tu sais, j'ai rien vraiment de préparé, puis je veux pas être trop préparé parce que je sais que je suis préparé. I am prepared. I don't need to prepare. I am prepared. I have life. And I have to step into action, and then I'll find a way to do it. That's what I always did on jobs too. That's why YouTube for me was just a step, take the step and do it. Because I knew I was going to figure it out. And like any other stuff that I've done in my life, I always figured it out on any job. I always, even in like the last job I took, I've never been really doing all kinds of maintenance. And she was asking me at the beginning, oh, can you do maintenance on the machine? And, oh, yeah, no problem. I've done that. Like I've never really, I've done a bit of maintenance with the other mechanics at the other job, but it's not my expertise. No, so but I said, yeah, I can do it. You figure things out, and I always figured it out. Even electricity, anything. At the end, I was taking apart the machine all apart by myself with two other guys, and I was the one to, managing the whole taking apart of the die and stuff. And there's lots of bolts, and it's very, very. It's not an easy thing to take apart a die on the machine. So lots of bolts and lots of yeah. It's very delicate. It's all little flutes, and especially the corrugated plastics. It's all little flutes that come out the die, and with small hole. And there's I'm talking about the plastic that corrugated. You know what I mean? and there's holes in it. There's like channels, but there's air going in through this to make this plastic open like this and have a. You got to shoot air into it, and they're small, small, small. And sometimes plastic can leak, and if the material is too hot, it's gonna leak over the lip, and it's gonna block the hole. So, and then you get if you have a sheet long like my fucking couch, even more. Then you gotta go on top of the die. Sometimes I've done stuff dial. I've done stuff there that I never thought I was gonna fix, and but I figured it out. You always figure things out in life. Always. You have the ability to figure anything out. Garbage man. You have the ability to figure anything. It's not because we're no, but we gotta trust ourselves. Trust ourselves that we can find a solution. Also very important. If we cannot have trust in ourselves, bonjour Mario, hein, c'est ça, hein, j'ai dit tantôt. If you cannot have trust in yourself, but that's what we do. Eh? All my life, I have encouraged other people, but myself. Like now, it's just you encourage yourself. Also, you trust your gut. Trust your gut. Be bold. Take risk. Live life freely. That's when you see yourself for who you are. You'll be free. And not for the condition distracted person. Lead by example. Trust your gut. Say what you feel, mean what you say, express gratitude, have a great attitude. The great attitude can take you so far. It's going to take you far. If you have a great attitude, you're present with life, you're uplifted, you're not negative, you're positive. You know, that's what it is to do the divine work. It's not to save the world. It's you. Make sure you keep yourself on track and on the duty, which is to shine some light, shine some. Me, I cannot think for one moment that we come here to have bad vibes, to be negative, and now that's paradise out there. But we must recreate it in our minds because it is out. The earth has always been there. It's not gonna change. The sun is shining today like crazy, beautiful day. And that's what we should be, rising and shining each and every day, like the sun outside, and stay on our path. The sun stays on his path. As far as I'm concerned, he's been on the same path for a long time. Looks like it. It's the same season that comes back at the same time every year. So it seems to be very, very coordinate and intelligently designed. So that must be you also. Because the same power that created the sun created you. Created me, created everything here. The source. Yeah. God. I don't know. I'm not so much into God and stuff. It's just a word anyway. It's just a word. It's a word that has a certain vibration, but I think it's the godly part of yourself. You're going to see it a lot too at one point once you start putting things in motion and doing something for the greater good. I think that's how we say it, for other people. Then you start really to tap into the divine power of love. And that's what we all need. More love, more presence with life. Hein, Kelowna, qu'est-ce que t'en penses, ma petite? She's having a nap. She's very quiet. Like she's very calm and submissive, and yeah, she doesn't bark. Like I think I heard her bark, and since we have her, maybe 2 times, doesn't bark. And she cries a little bit, but you give her attention, a bit of love, and she's okay. And I like to do it. I like when she's. I don't dislike that she needs attention, that she wants it. She's very affectionate, and she understands what we tell her also. Like she's very smart. Very smart. I just have to whisper something, a little words, and Yeah, she's very there. The word default. Yeah, default should be interesting in the etymology. Okay, what they say about that default. The default state. But that's what we gonna. That's what you fall into. That's what you fall into if you're not conscious and vigilant and present and allumé puis déterminé puis à reacher, atteindre tes buts, tes rêves puis tout. Ben c'est ça que tu vas faire. Tu vas defaulter. C'est sûr. Tu vas defaulter de conditioning, thinking conditioning that is not really from you. But the moment, and the best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up. That's the best way. You wake up and truly wake up to who you are. The magnificent being, magnificent divine being that you are, that can face anything that comes his way, or way, or anything, and can figure out anything, have the ability to live it up, have the potential to be great. Like we're all greater than great, but we have to express it. It's good to say it. It's good to say things, but we have to express them. Yeah, action. Very nice. Me, I trust in action. I trust action. Words that people talk. You say they're gonna do this, do that, but they do nothing. And often, if they talk too much, if you talk too much, it's because you're not gonna do it. Say it once. Say it once. Shut up and go to work. Shut up and go to work after. Don't yap your mouth to everybody about stop saying it. Do it. You know, most of the time we just talk without doing what we have to do. It's about doing it. Doing it and not hesitating, not procrastinating. You might not be here tomorrow, the day after, or the week after. Who knows? Put something in motion. At least you'll feel better in the moment also. You're going to feel better with yourself, better with others, better with life, better with everything in the moment. Like it's like eating good food. You feel better. I don't know if it's going to extend my life for 10 years more. But I know it makes me feel better in the moment when I eat food that is nutritive and alkaline, rich food, rich water foods. Makes me feel good. I gave you the list the other day, everything that you have to do in order to bring back those feelings, feeling good in the moment. That's the essential part. Because if you feel good in the moment, you can do anything. You're going to be motivated. You're going to be inspired. And then things becomes very easy to do, to follow through what you have to do. It's not a drag. You know, you don't have to convince yourself. No, it's there and you do it. And each and every day you rise and you shine. And you raise your vibe. You raise your vibe every day. And I think that's a very good way to... yeah. Ça se traduit comment en français? Défaut. Défaut. La même affaire, c'est le même mot. Default, c'est défaut. L'état de défaut. Default state, l'état de défaut. Ouais, défaut, c'est la même affaire. C'est le même mot, je pense. I don't think it's a different word. It's the same word. C'est spelled the same, it's just pronounced different. It's almost like that for every word. That's weird because sometimes people ask, and it's all the same words. It's just the pronunciation that varies. Yeah. It's a very... yeah. And that's the case but again, it's a default state. So unless you condition yourself, you program yourself, you deliberately take action, it's a default state. That means it's a default. You're going to automatically get there. It's like a machine that has a default button. If the drives is faulty, it's going to go into default automatically. It's going to shut the power on the drive to not damage the drive. No, that's what they do on machines. So you have the same drive inside. And that's what I just thought. You have the same those drive inside. And if the current is not going through the drive properly, or something is causing something, it's going to shut off. Same thing for you. So make sure you don't go into default. You keep the current passing inside you like crazy, the high voltage. Keep the high voltage like on a machine. And yeah, you're gonna be for sure getting to anywhere you want to go, any destination you want, any magnificent dreams, even if it's super huge. Look what I have put in front of me here, and I've been working on it for like 3-4 years now, since 2014, working on this. I think I've been on YouTube for like, I think it's gonna be 4 years now. It's been a while. So it's been a while. It seems like a long time, but to me it doesn't seem very long, because every day I wake up, I feel fresh and brand new. So it doesn't. You don't even calculate the time. It becomes timeless. It's becoming a timeless thing, because each and every day you get up, you immerse yourself in your dream. You immerse yourself in the dream of life. Everything is timeless. Like, I am in the dream. I am living it. So I don't need to freak out for when I'm going to get it, or how I'm going to get the big whoa thing at the end. It's not so much about that. It's about now. I know that's what it's about. It's about now, and make sure I'm present now, because if I cannot be present, that's the practice I'm doing here. It's practicing an intense presence with life. Intense presence with life. So I can really tap into all my power, all my might, and do something magnificent. Weakness, hein? Which I thought was weakness. Non, non. Yep, default. Défaut, c'est ça, défaut. Ah, OK, ben il y a un L peut-être en anglais, là. Mais c'est défaut. L'état de défaut, là. Defaulté, là, défaut. Moi, je pense que c'est ça. C'est un mot qu'on utilise pour plusieurs choses, je pense aussi, défaut. Là. Tu peux avoir des défauts. Mais quand on dit que tu as des qualités, tu as des défauts. Probablement. C'est ça, ces défauts-là aussi, c'est dans le default state. So you're gonna have only qualities and good vibes and positive stuff if you're not in the default state. But if you go too much and always into the default state, tu vas avoir beaucoup de défauts. Parce que c'est ça que c'est. C'est ça que c'est, les défauts, les bad vibrations. Quand on dit quelqu'un a des défauts, lui, il est vraiment une mauvaise attitude ou quoi de même, c'est un défaut, là. Mais c'est parce que tu default to the dream of hell, and not the dream of life with the good vibes, with the upliftment stuff. You default to the nonsense. So that's what you have. Tu as des défauts. Sinon, tu as juste des qualités. Pourquoi qu'on devrait avoir tant de défauts que ça? Because we default too much. If we don't default so much, we're going to bring back the qualities. You're going to have more qualities than default. I think. I don't know. It makes sense to me. That's why I come here to reason about these stuff. It's very good. Yeah, I like the reason, for sure. And that's it. It's to keep ourselves alive and not defaulting constantly, and becoming conscious of when we default also. Most of people don't know that they're in default state. Like, I would go, oh, you're in the default. I would say, you're completely fucking nuts. But that's it. That's the ego, the programming, the conditioning. All this come and really... people feel attacked, feel like... It's very... So it's hard sometimes, unless you want out of this conditioning or programming, because it's up to you to emancipate yourself from that. I don't think... first of all, you cannot be truly free and have freedom of mind, freedom of... if you don't design it. Because you're going to automatically, if your current, if your energy is not aligned with nature, you're going to default to their madness, to the negative vibes. And that's what pretty much I've done all my life. Until I realized that I was in default. Example. Il a un défaut, yeah. Funny now I saw imperfections anyway. Yeah. But that's it. Yeah, il a un défaut, c'est ça. Tu ne serais pas supposé d'avoir des... Tu sais, si on a des défauts, c'est parce qu'on défaut trop. Là. Sinon, tu devrais avoir des qualités. Tu devrais avoir... Tu sais, moi, le but, c'est pas d'énergiser mes défauts. Là. I want to energize my qualities, not my default and my fault. Je sais pas comment tu dis ça en anglais. Default. Yeah, I think. C'est ça. Donc, c'est to put the energy at the right place and just make sure you stay on that positive side and not the... You stay on the creative side. You stay on the creative side and not on the default side, and because on the default, also you don't have creation there, you don't have magnificent, you don't have all the good stuff to work on. And like the moment you switch, you make that shift of paradigm too from the default state to the design state. Maybe that's what it is, default to design state. You change your vibe. Everything change. Your look on life will change. Your look on others. Your look on everything will change. That's my experience, personal experience. If you ask me, a lot of things have changed. First of all, I'm much more focused. I don't need stuff anymore. Like I'm not needy. I'm not. I don't need to talk. I don't, especially that. That's a need too for many people to constantly attract people to go confront people. And I know I'm so quiet now. I'm so quiet. I just come here and do my stuff, but I don't. No, I don't feel the need to go with a megaphone and yell on top of roofs. It's pointless anyway. People, they have to see it for themselves. It's not something I can see for you. Your greatness, you have to see it. I see it in each and every one because I see it in me. What I see in me, I see in others. That's why be wise the way you treat others too. Be very wise the way you treat other people. That's one thing today that I'm very, very careful. How I talk to others, how I treat them, how I qualify them, how I yeah. I just want to be kind because they don't know. And even if they come and crucify me, I'll be kind. I don't care. I don't care. I know who I am. I know my magnificence doesn't end at the surface of my skin, and it's much more than that. Life is yeah, it's something. Again, I cannot confirm you exactly what the whole experience is about because I haven't lived the whole experience yet. I'm probably halfway through that experience, or who knows. But I'll make the rest of my life the best of my life for sure. Now that I have concentration and focus and no more distraction, no more nonsense in my life. So yeah, so that's it. I guess default is falling into their that's what it is. The default state is falling into their bullshit, BS, bullshit. But not only that, it's all the negative vibes. The negative vibe. If you cannot be having, and then the important part is to see yourself in others, and you will treat them like you treat yourself, like with respect, kindness. If you do that, if you do treat yourself with respect and kindness, and treat your body properly, again, that's another waking up there. The waking up, the activation of your conscience has to be done on the deep, deep level. There's lots of stuff we've been conditioned to. Me, that's what I've realized. And that's why I'm here each and every day to eradicate that program and condition myself to win. Because life wants me to win, so I have to condition myself to be in that state and to be in that winning state all the time. Not whining, but winning. We whine and complain a bit too much. And we stay there and we wait and don't procrastinate. Do it. Anything you have to do it. Even if it starts little by raising your vibe or, just getting rid of your habits. You're not going to save yourself from one day to another. Save your vibe and reestablish that super high vibe from one day to another. But if you focus enough, and constantly do what's necessary for you in order to raise that vibe, it's going to happen. Start slow. Like you let go. You have to let go. That's the hard part. We're attached. We're attached to nonsense, people. Attached to stuff that we don't need. Attached to people. Attached to so many stuff. Just let go of your attachments. There's no more suffering. I'm telling you, attached to cigarette, attached to alcohol, attached to toxic people, attached to gossiping, attached to all this creates suffering. Let go. Let go of attachment and start concentrating on stuff that is empowering you each and every day. And you're gonna see your life's gonna change. It's you cannot escape that. It's not something you can escape. The greatness of finding out who you truly are. It's not finding out. You know it. You just put a cover on it. You avoid it. knowingly or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, you avoid it, and until you really take action and rise and shine. So I'm out. I'll be back. What day are we today? Friday, I think. Friday at the garbage pass. Friday. So I'll be here. I'm live and direct. Live and direct on Byte Radio UK tonight, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. till you know freaking when. Probably going to be a part of the night, and I'm going to be sharing some good reggae music with you and a little bit of talk here and there. But it's mostly music. I focus on music mostly, and conscious reggae music. I try to keep it conscious. It's my kind of vibe. That's why it's good to have different DJs. You have different music. You have, the music I know. Some people might not even know it. There's so much stuff out there, especially when it comes to reggae music. So much. So much oldies, also old stuff, new stuff. So I'm gonna try to manage a couple love song in there. I made a playlist and I'm ready. I have my software now, my virtual DJ software. So I'm calibrating everything, the levels. I'm having fun with this. That's something I love. I love to share my passion also, and I love reggae music. So for sure, it was meant for me to be on the radio at one point. Eventually, and it's just the start. I'm practicing again. I'm practicing something, and Bud gave me an opportunity to practice on his radio. So I give thanks to him a lot. He's very, very, very supportive too. Big up, Bud. If he listens, big up, Bud. He's very supportive. Large up, like he says, large up. And yeah, good people out there. Yeah, Byte Radio tonight. ByteRadioUK.com, 6 p.m. Montreal. Janik, your host for the night. We'll be there for a while. I have lots of music on my playlist. And yeah, I'll be here. Vibing high, and my mic is working now. I think so. It should be a good. We're gonna have a good time with good music, and it's good also because you get to discover new music. You guys too. Like it's not stuff I play here. You're gonna see I have oldies, stuff from the 50s, stuff from the 70s, stuff from the 80s, up to today, and love songs into this and. Like good stuff, good vibe, and loves. I love love songs also. It's something always not all the time, but I like get ready for Revolute, Stevie. I like my dub plate stuff. I mix everything. I mix so you have dub plates and there you have everything. So come and check it. ByteRadioUK.com. BITE radio bite like you take a bite. RadioUK.com. Yeah, from Sick Bay. It's on there all the time. There's music playing all the time. Like today, there's DJs pretty much all day, and but I'll take over later on today. So I'll see you there, and until the next now moment. Yeah, live your big story, live your dreams, go bigger or go home. Tubing out, Janik, your host. Boom, live and direct.